Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and I'm going to tell you a story. And you're going to think I'm absolutely insane. So maybe you're right. Um, Earlier this week, I had a box come in the mail. It's a big cardboard box, and I opened it up, and inside there was another box and no note. And here is the other box. It was very nicely, you can see it's kind of engraved or carved there, whatever it is. Very nice box. Um, and that was the start of a bit of a story. So I get, I got some enemies. I get some hate mail, mostly email. Very very rarely something actually in person, something physical. It's pretty rare that something nasty gets sent to me, but not unheard of. There's a lot of people in the world who don't appreciate being sued, being accused of discrimination or sexual harassment. You get a lot of those fellas who are like, oh, you ruined my marriage. Well, sir, I'd argue perhaps you ruined your marriage. We can go a step further. Maybe your marriage was a sham, but you know, just commenting. So it's pretty rare, but not unheard of, that I get nasty stuff in the mail. So this box, I'm looking at it. It's sealed. There's no note. It's very nice. And my staff, they kind of chat with people. They're kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to open that. I was like, really? Well, I mean, I don't want to open it. I wasn't asking anyone else to open it, but I was like, I guess when you put it that way, maybe I shouldn't open it. So we kind of talk about it with people. We kind of talk about people on the floor. We come up with this plan. We're going to investigate a little bit. And if we can't figure out where it's from, maybe we'll open it outside, right? And as I tell this story, I can tell that the average viewer is going to think that I'm insane. But I've gotten a fairly high level of aggressive emails recently. And better safe than sorry, in my experience with this kind of stuff. So we investigate. Eventually, a very talented super sleuth here figures out that it resembles a product from a bakery somewhere in the country. And we're able to call that bakery and be like, hey, did you send something to us? And there's a brief, back and forth. We're like, we're not going to disclose who we mail products to. And we're like, okay, then we're throwing out your junk because we're not opening it if you can't confirm that it's yours. And they're finally like, okay, well, yeah, it's yours. We sent it. Somebody hired us and we sent it to you. It came from us, professionally packed, and we're a legitimate business. So I open it, and it's there's a note. The note is inside the wooden box. And I'll say this: I noticed at one point that the box had wooden screws, what appeared to be hand carved wooden screws, which I know in my brain that the post office isn't putting packages through metal detectors, because post office generally isn't doing much of anything, including delivering the mail. But I saw the wooden screws and I was like, isn't that what the Unabomber did? Didn't he carve wooden screws? So in his mind, his bombs would go through the mail's detection process, which made me paranoid. So anyways, we finally had confirmation from the bakery. It's on the up and up. We open it up. There's a note and a bunch of cookies. And the note's from a person who I've never heard of. Ever. No idea. I search our case management system. I search my emails. I search my personal phone. I search my social media. I run a quick Google. No idea who this person is. Sending me cookies. my suspicions were not all that alleviated about getting a gift of food from someone I never met before. So I'm kind of like, what's going on here? Generally, everybody at my firm just refused to eat the cookies because we all know better. Because, you know, we've had bad experiences. And we kind of like put the cookies out with like a note being like, hey, we don't know the background of these cookies. So like, eat at your own risk. And amazingly, people did. I don't know. Maybe I'm the insane one, frankly. But I did find it shocking that people responded to a note being like, eat at your own risk. No idea where these came from. And they were like, yeah. Yum. I'm like, oh, okay. And then a couple days later, the person who sent me the cookies called me. It's like, hey, did you get my cookies? And I'm like, lady, put the note outside the box next time. Put it in the cardboard box, not inside the wooden box. And her take on that was, oh, you're an insane person. And my take on it was, don't send me things anymore. So this has been a slight insight into the life of an employment attorney who makes enemies on the regular. And I hope you don't think too much less of me. I hope you got a chuckle out of this. Maybe it wasn't that funny, frankly. I don't know. But it's Friday. I'm making this video. It's not Friday when I make it, but I'm making it for Friday. So, you know, give me some slack. Like and subscribe. It helps me to help more people just like you. Comment down below. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me if you would have eaten those cookies with that note. I'm astonished that people ate those cookies.